Yo, what's up, guys? TheInsaneGamefreak here to bring you Pokemon Best Wishes episode. I believe this is 73 review. I don't like this episode. I'll put it this way: I prefer the episode before this, and I prefer 72 to 73. And here's the reason why: because 73, and it's not like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I hated this episode. I didn't hate this episode, but there's a lot of small things that irked me. And surprisingly, the thing that kind of irks me the most is the fucking preview for 74. No. Yeah, the preview for 74 irks me. Which, you know, in retrospect doesn't make any sense. Like, why the hell does the preview irk you? The preview irks me because of what it does. Not really for me, but just because the preview in itself is bullshit. But anyways, essentially here are the matches. You have Iris versus Carbonet, which halfway through the match, they make it blatantly obvious that Iris is going to win. And not only do they have, like, you know, they gave Carbonet a running shot at it, which I was happy about. But then there's like a point in the match where, like, literally, it's like, okay, Iris is going to win. But instead of just having her end it with one more attack, she does like 2 more attacks on him, on Duwat, and rapes it. And I'm like, what? So I think Iris's match is dragged out, on top of the fact that you can telegraph it halfway through the damn match. That made it even worse. Like, I knew Iris was going to win after a certain point in the match. And yet, you had fucking Dorizu just hammer the shit out on attacks. Like, he gets off 2 or 3 shots off of Duwat before they even end the match. I'm like, because what is it? They clash with the Metal Claw and Shell Blade, and that was even. Then it's Focus Blast versus Ice Beam, and Focus Blast just rapes it. And then you have, on top of that, he hits it with Dig, and then on top of that, in midair being hit with Dig, Drill Run. And I'm like, wow, y'all didn't give Carbonate any much of a shot. And the sad thing is, I can telegraph like the entire tournament from this episode too, especially from the preview. But anyways, episode 74 came out this week anyway, so that was even worse because I saw the preview of episode 75, which just confirmed my entire synopsis. After that, you just get 2 mini ass-whooping fights, which is essentially a Thor ass-whooping fight and a Langley ass-whooping fight, where both of them just rape the other opponents severely. And then the ending fight, mixed with some Bell muscle joke commentary, which wasn't as... It's not... See, the one thing I will say, it seems like it's going to be Bell's gimmick that every I hope there's one more Dawn Tournament arc after this, too. Like, but right before the league. The thing that kills me personally is the fact that it seems like Belle's running joke now is that during the Dawn Tournament arc, she's going to have one type of gimmick where she spazzes on. Like, the first time it was Zora, this time it's the muscles, which seems kind of retarded for Belle because, no offense, but she doesn't even seem like that kind of girl. But that's just me. That's the thing. I mean, it's obviously meant for comedy. But I like the fact that this tournament arc, she's more battle heavy, even though this episode contradicts what I'm saying, because literally the first half of the Bell Shooty fight is essentially Bell exhausting all the strength of Embor, which evolved. Holy shit. It's not a big deal with either Langley's evolution or Bell's evolution, because they don't make a big deal. I mean, they don't even pull out the fucking Pokédex. That's what I thought was ridiculous. The one time I would have been like, pull out the fucking Pokédex. No, you don't even have Langley or Bell brag or mention anything about the evolution. It's just kind of like, oh, they evolved, and oh, the battle's gonna be tough. And I'm like, okay, why did it stop there? Like, really? But it was like the first half of the Bell Shooty fight is essentially Embor like exhausting itself, and then like Shooty coming up and just raping the shit out of it. And then it's gonna be continued where literally the situation is that Embor is trapped in between a rock tomb, is too weak to break the rocks, and is being attacked by a Stone Edge. And Conqueror at this point is not taking at all that much damage, if any. Like, really. Conqueror is taking, like, what? Any damage? Like, maybe the arm thrust when he was hitting it, but it didn't break through the defense, so it wasn't that strong of an arm thrust. Like, it's so one-sided. And then it's like, be continued. And then the preview. Oh my god, the fucking preview. This is the issue I have with the preview. For me personally, it's mildly irking, but when I think about little kids who watch this episode, it was like, what's the point of having the be continued shit in the middle of the Bell Shooty fight? And then in the fucking preview, you show Bell fighting Langley. Like we didn't, like, because no child is that stupid that they're not going to guess, oh, if Bell's fighting Langley, that probably means she beat Shooty. Meaning they made her overly lose in this first half. So when episode 74 that came out today, I'm assuming Bell comes back in some OP ridiculous way and just rapes the shit out of Conqueror. That is what I'm expecting, the reason why they made the first half such a joke. And that irks me personally. The preview irks me. It's like, for me, it confirms my suspicions. And it's kind of annoying that they made the first half jokey just to pull this shit, to pull like an OP rape ending for that match. But on top of that, it's like you're spoiling it for the kids who are excited about the episodes. You know, the ones who aren't 20 and still watching Pokemon. You know, the ones who are actually the age group you're intending it for, like 10-year-olds, 5 to 10-year-olds. You know, you can't be like, to be continued, and then in the preview, oh, she's fighting Langley, so she probably won. What the fuck? Like, really? And in terms of the tournament, I already know I know Kingan wins. And you can base this on the previews, actually. You can base, you know that Bell beats Shooty. And just based on this preview, this is what you can gather. Oh, actually, this preview and next week, and fuck the screenshot for episode 75's preview. In episode 75, you see Thor and Dengeki fighting. You also see Scraggy Thor and Sock fighting, and you also see Thor and Scraggy fighting. What does that probably tell you? That probably tells you the final 4 people is fucking Ash. That it's Ash, Kenyon, and Masami. Those are the 3 of the 4 people who won. Meaning that one of the 4 has to be Bell or Langley. And you're probably wondering about Iris and Dent. Well, the fact that Kenyon and Masami are there, and we saw in this preview that we saw Ash is fighting the Pompour chick, and we saw that Bell is fighting Langley, means that Kenyon and Masami had to be fighting Dent and or Iris. Meaning, Kenyon and Masami both beat Dent and Iris. So didn't Iris lose next episode probably? By how ridiculous of a margin, I'm not sure. And I'm still looking forward to the fights. But I know that Kenyon and Masami both win their fights based on 75's preview. So that probably means Dent and Iris lost. And I'm figuring Langley loses because you see Imbor fighting Sock in episode 75 preview. And considering Sock is also fighting fucking Thor, that probably means that Bell loses to Kenyon again, and Scraggy loses to Masami. So it's literally Sock versus Thor, and because of the Kenyon theme that seems to be going on, Kenyon probably wins next episode. This is, whether there's another episode after this, don't know. The only thing I could possibly be wrong about is Kenyon winning the tournament. Well, he's either going to come in first or second. I know that for a fact. But considering they don't seem to let filler characters win, unless Masami's supposed to be a main character, which at this point I really doubt, and I really hope he isn't, because I don't really fucking care. I'm pretty sure that Kenyon's probably going to win. And Ash and Bell are going to be in the final 4. So it's like literally Kenyon. I'm hoping it's a Kenyon Iris match, so Kenyon can just get his revenge shot at her. And I'm hoping it's Masami Thor versus Dent Pansage. That's what I'm hoping the matches are. Because you know it's Scraggy versus Pompour. Fucking, what is it? I forget Ponyard's Bisharp. Bisharp versus Imbor. Sock versus Dorizu what's it? Excadrill. Sock versus Excadrill and Thor versus Pansage. That's what I'm hoping the matches are. Now the Dent Iris thing is going to probably may or may not be switched. I hope it isn't. I hope it is Iris versus Kenyon. Because I want that revenge kill. I would be happy with the revenge kill. And Bell beating Langley, I'm hoping that match is so much better than the shooting one. Because the shooting one's going to be on some OP shit. But if Bell, like, legit... Also, Bell has the advantage in that fight, I remember, right? Because Bisharp is what? A dark steel type, right? Isn't it? I know he's steel. He's like... Isn't he a dark steel type? I believe, which is like the perfect fight for Bell, meaning Bell should win that shit off a type advantage by itself. But I'm hoping that fight is actually Bell whooping ass like in a cool way and not in a, oh god, I'm about to lose, let's come back with some OP bullshit. All in all, it's like episode 73 isn't a bad episode. It's just the Irish fight is slow paced and it's very telegraphed and it seems like overkill by the end of it. You have 2 ass whoopings in between and then they over exaggerate Shooty overpowering Bianca to the point where it's just like, and knowing that she does win probably hints that Embor's going to be on some Blaze shit. That's what I'm expecting to save her, is that Embor's going to use his Blaze ability, because that's the only ability the starters have, is like Blaze, Torrent, and Overgrow. Actually, what moves have we seen? We've seen Arm Thrust, Flamethrower, and Hammer Arm. Oh, right, we haven't seen the 4th move. Whatever the 4th move is. Which is probably the fucking, what is it? The dun dun dun, what is it called? Heat Crash? No. I forget what it's called. This is the only other move I can think it is. It doesn't matter. Fuck it. I'll talk about some other things in terms of the tournaments later. Like at the end of this tournament, I'm going to mention some things I want to see in terms of if there's a last tournament before the league matches. But for right now, we'll leave it at that. So I would like to thank you guys for watching, favoriting, commenting. As I've said, I've gotten a lot more support on my later episode reviews, and because of that, I thank you all, because you guys make this so much more of a motivation to do. And I enjoy doing them in themselves, but it's even better when you can look at your ratings and be like, oh wow, I have 60 thumbs up and like 10 thumbs down. I mean, hell, even the small margins where it's like 68 to 60, that shit, it's good. Now, I don't sound as like hyper and happy about it. It's purely because I actually talked like 20 minutes before I even turned on the camera, so my voice is kind of like dying on me. Which sucks, because I was going to record a few more videos, but I'm probably just going to watch the rest of the Kyoto arc for Kenshin, and then we'll worry about that later. But anyways, that's really all I had to say. The episode was okay. I'm not, I've already mentioned the issue and bullshit with the preview. The preview that spoils things for the kids. And I'm going to stop talking now because my throat is dying on me. So, as I said, thank you guys for watching. Life's a game, play to win. Leave your comments and thoughts and video responses in the comment section below, because I like all of those things. I don't really give a fuck. You can post what you want down there. People write nigger in the other one, so. But anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Gotta catch them all, Pokemon, and see you later. Peace.